Alright guys, so here we got the official look at the Li Auto L, oh wait, not L, anything. Li Auto Mega, alright? The MPV, super aerodynamic. The guys at Li Auto just claim, man, the design is just next level. I think it looks pretty interesting, alright? Whether or not you like it, it's up to personal opinion, alright? It does look like the front of a bullet train. And if you think about it that way, it does make it look a lot more elegant. Everything is done to minimize air resistance. And Li Auto CEO has also said, hey, guys, guess the air resistance, the air drag coefficient of this car. My personal estimate, it's probably pretty revolutionary, maybe below 0.2 CD. But what does this all mean for Nio? Because this car, the MPV, is going to be fully electric. No cheating with gasoline, because we all made the excuse that, oh, Li Auto's selling well because of gasoline, and the car actually isn't, the charging isn't fast, the battery is small, etc., etc. Made all sorts of excuses. Oh, it's all gasoline. But this car is putting everything at the same weight class, all right? Essentially, full electric, no more gasoline. So if this car sells well, sells really well, then Li Auto is truly invincible, all right? There's no way to put it. But my expectation is that because this product is quite expensive, 500K plus, and that's what they're aiming for, and it's pure electric, and if they're not going to launch an EREV version of this car, it might not sell that well. And there's a lot of MPVs out there with EREV variants that sell incredibly well, much more than the electric counterpart, like the Denza N9. All right.
If you look at the month of September for Denza N9, the hybrid version sold 9,936, whereas the pure EV version only sold 313. Clearly, everybody wants the hybrid version. The EV version is only 3% sales of that hybrid version. So with this information, we can basically conclude that if the Li Auto Mega was a hybrid EREV, they would see tremendous success. But now they're going for pure EV. Oh yeah, they're gonna go head to head with Nio.
I mean, look at the ratio of EREV versus pure electric. It's just a disaster. Nobody wants pure electric. You know, Nio's selling so well because of the entire ecosystem and what Nio represents. It's pretty much the top tier of the best in terms of electric vehicles, luxury electric vehicles. So whether or not the Li Auto Mega can sell well is a huge question mark for everybody. It's a new vehicle model, right? MPVs, they've never done MPVs before. It is a radically new design, right? Nobody's seen anything like that. And it's also pure electric, which Li Auto has also never done before. So they're venturing into new territory, guys. Now, what are people here in China saying about this? Well, a lot of females don't really see the beauty of this. For me personally, I appreciate it, but I'm sort of like on the fence with it. It looks all right, you know. Some dudes here in China believe it's like the Cybertruck thing. You know how Cybertruck looks so cool, and this is supposed to be like the Cybertruck equivalent of MPVs, something like that. And there's also even like renders of what it would look like with a very cool camper van in the back. I mean, look at this. That can you believe that? I mean, it just looks like a big bullet. Obviously, very aerodynamic. And this car might also come out with a 8-seater version, which would be absolutely mind-blowing as well. Apparently 2, 3, 3, or even 4 rows. Like, what? How are you going to fit 4 rows? Some people are saying 4 rows. 2, 2, 2, 2. What? It's going to become like a school bus. Now, something to note is that this, of course, pure electric means Li Auto is also pushing out a lot of their own chargers, 4C chargers. We've seen some of those. It's mainly situated on the highways. And Li Auto's philosophy for this is apparently that because in the city it's very easy to get chargers, but outside the city in highways it's not that easy to get chargers. So this is apparently going to charge really fast, and Li Auto's also working on automated charging arm. All right, everybody seems to be working on that as well. Some companies here in China have already gotten it done, like Huawei, and then PetroChina also has a variant of this where they have these massive charging stations, and you just park your car there, and it just has a robot arm that finds your charging port and charges. Now, my personal expectation for sales for this car, it's very hard to say. All right, maybe 4,000 or 5,000 at the most per month, I think. And because it's an MPV, I mean, not that many people will be buying MPVs. Maybe if everybody loves this design, then perhaps more people will be buying the MPV. But also, it's not cheap at all. It's not a cheap car.
Now, for you guys, what is the biggest competitor? Of course, for that is the ES8. All right, the ES8 is definitely the MPV alternative, and this is when William Lee launched the ES8. He said the best MPV is the best SUV. So this car, the ES8, is also targeted towards MPV buyers. So in essence, for almost for the first time, we're going to see Li Auto go head to head with Nio in almost the same category. All right, MPV versus an SUV here. And in terms of my expectations, I think the ES8 might still be the better buy unless you really like the design and form factor, because the ES8 is just so far, in my opinion, unbeatable with the quality of materials, the way it's built, the dual chamber air suspension, and obviously, I mean, in terms of charging and infrastructure, that, because with EREVs, you could always use gasoline and charge wherever you want, and some people think that's an advantage. But now with a pure EV, you got no option. You only have charging. Whereas with Nio, you still have battery swap, you still have no battery degradation, you still have upgradability to the battery, and I mean, all these factors combined. Would you still buy the ES8 or would you buy the Li Auto Mega? What is your opinion? Because in my opinion, no matter how good the Li Auto Mega looks, if you have a battery that's going to be glued on to the bottom of the car, then in the long term, that's going to cause problems with battery degradation. So I still prefer a Nio at the end of the day. What is your opinion?